Good evening everyone. Kumusta po ang lahat? So, TBTED na nga po tayo, session 1 for our free live discussion. So, I hope itong discussion natin makatulong sa inyo, no? To pass the board examination. Malaking tulong na to sa inyo to pass the board, no? So, teachers, don't forget to share our live discussion. Pa-share po ng ating live discussion ngayon, mga ka-warriors. Alright. So, kumusta po ang lahat, no? Ayan, medyo ang dami ko lang inasikaso kanina, pero maayos naman natin agad-agad na. So, ayan teachers, let's start with discussion. Don't forget to pray pala teachers. Ayan, bago tayo magsimula, mag-pray muna. Lord, thank you po sa araw na ito. Sana po bigyan nyo kami ng lakas ng loob. And then, maliwanag na kaisipan sa pagsagot ng aming drills, live discussion ngayon dito sa Maestra Bicolana TLE Tambayan. So, I hope guys, itong pre-lecture natin makatulong sa mga magte-take ngayon ng board examination, no? So, malaking tulong na to sa inyo to pass the board examination. Okay? So, and teachers, yan. I see yung natin, live discussion, no? Okay ba? Parang di ko kasi makita yung live discussion dito sa ating, sa ating, sa ating cellphone. Nakaano ba ako? Yan, okay naman yung wifi. Di ko siya makita, guys. Okay, let's start with question number 1. Highlighter and this one. What joint is commonly used in making screen, chair, and stretcher? What joint is commonly used in making screen, chairs, and stretches? A. Meter joint. B. Lap joint. C. Cross joint. Or letter D. Rabbit joint. So what is the correct answer? Sa mga stretches daw, mga chair and screen. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? So if you know the answer, teachers, kindly comment down in our live discussion. Maliwanag po? So ayan, mga ka-warriors. Okay. Ayun, nakita ko na yung natin, discussion. Ayan. So, shout out sa viewers natin, no? Alright, so let's start. What joint is commonly used? Or what joint is commonly used in making screen, chairs, and stretcher? A. Meter joint. B. Lap joint. C. Cross joint. And letter D. Is it rabbit joint? So what is the correct answer here? Alright, isa-isahin natin. Si rabbit joint, mali po yan. Kasi si rabbit joint, ito po ay isang groove cut. O groove cut po ito. Groove cut. Okay, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin groove cut, it is cut into one pieces to fit another. So, it is used for what? Si rabbit joint, kadalasan ginagamit natin to sa mga cabinet box. O, sa box, sa likod, cabinet box, and sa mga shelves. So, his rabbit joint, it is not the general for framing. Okay, so now, we proceed to the cross joint. Okay. Cross joint, pag sinabi nating cross joint, it is a pieces of cross each other but it is not joined securely because it is not a standard structural joint na ginagamit natin. So, di ba ang tinatanong is screen, chairs, and stretches? Kadalasan po dyan is lap joint ang ginagamit. Si meter joint po, mali po yan kasi si meter joint, it is, meron po siyang ends are cut an angle na usually nasa 45-degree teachers. Diba? Yun yung angle niya. To what? To form a corner and it is used for the picture frame or molding. So it is not for framing needing to strength, no? So, lap joint is the correct answer. Kasi pag sinabing lap joint, it is two pieces na naka-overlap and it is fastened together. So, it is strong and simple and flat. So, that's why it is ideal for the frame like screen, chairs, and stretches. Kaya tama sagot is letter B. Liwanag po. Next. Which of the following statement is true about record keeping? Which of the following statement is true about record keeping? A. The employment of bookkeeper can be dispensed with any way the accountant signed the financial statement. B. An accountant is always employed for financial in keeping. C. It is just a file of facts is our source of information. D. Maintaining a record-keeping system is necessary in the preparation of income tax return. So what is the correct answer here, teacher? Is it A, B, C, or D? Ano po ang tamang sagot? Okay, is it A, B, C, or D ba? Ano po ang sagot dito? Pa-share po ng ating live discussion mga ka-warriors para mas marami po tayong matulungan na magte-take ngayon ng board examination. So what is the correct answer here? Okay. So letter A ba ang tamang sagot? From the live discussion, pwede po kayong mag-comment sa ating live discussion, no? So ano po ang tamang sagot dito? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, so unahin natin si letter C. Sabi ni letter C, it is just a pile of facts but it is a source of information. So ano po ba ang tawag dito? Okay, pag sinabing letter C po, teachers, it is not just a file or facts, teacher, because it is organized data that used for decision making, so it is not stored in the information. Kaya mali po si letter C. Now, mali rin po si alpha. Kasi sabi ni alpha, the employment of bookkeeper can be dispensed with any way the account signs the financial statement, no? Mali po yan. Even if an account po signs the statement, you still need a bookkeeper or proper record. So you cannot skip a keeping records. Yun po ang tatandaan natin when it comes sa statement about record keeping. No. So B is wrong. Letter D is the correct answer. Okay. Bakit mali si letter B? Oh, sabi kasi ni letter B, an accountant is always employed for financial keeping, no? So it is not the correct answer because yung mga small business teachers can do simple record keeping. Okay. So, yung mga small business, nag-aano naman yan ng record keeping teachers, logbook kumbaga, by themselves. You do not always need a professional accountant. Okay. So, here, letter D is the correct answer. Bakit? Maintaining a record keeping system is necessary and the preparation of income tax return or ito yung tinatawag nating ITR. O ito yung ITR. Kasi yung mga tax authorities po, they will require that yung records po to compute and file your ITR accurately. So that's why D is the correct answer. Maliwanag po. Next one. A kind of chicken parasite. Ay, tinatanong nga, a kind of chicken parasite which cause irritation that result in pulling up or breaking its feathers is the blank mite. A. Harvest. B. Depluming. C. Scaly leg. Or letter D. Red. So what is the correct answer here? O anong klaseng parasite ito? A kind of parasite which causes irritation that result in pulling up or breaking its feather is the blank mite. A. Harvest. B. Depluming. C. Scaly leg. Or letter D. Red. So teachers, kindly share our live discussion, no? Pa-share po sa ating mga future LPT. So i-share nga natin para marami tayong matulungan na magte-take ngayong board examination. Okay, pa-share po mga ka-warriors. Malaking tulong na yan para maipasa natin yung board examination, no? So, mamaya po pala mga ka-warriors, ang discussion natin is, general education sa ating, anong tawag dito? Sa ating mismong YouTube channel. Okay po. Okay, send natin sa free, saka doon sa GC natin. Okay? Okay po. So, what is the correct answer here? Tingnan natin yung mga sagot. Ayan. So, dumadami na yung participant natin, no? So, pag alam ang sagot, teachers, paki-comment na lang po sa comment section natin. So, we have, ayan. Sino-sino kaya yung mga nandito na sa live discussion natin, no? Sino-sino po kaya? Okay, so, unang tatanggalin natin is red. Ito yung tinatawag nating red mite. So, they will feed on a blood that tandaan niyo po teacher, red mite. They will feed on a blood at night. So, ang mangyayari po sa sa chicken, magkakakos po yan ng anemia. And they will stress but it is not direct on the food feeder pooling. Kasi may mga chicken po na pag na anuhan nitong parasite na to, automatic nagtatanggal yung mga feathers nila. Pero yung red mite po, sumisip-sip sila ng dugo. So, ang nagkokos po niyan sa mga chicken is anemia at stress. Kaya mali po si letter D. Next, ang harvest, automatic mali po yan, teachers. Kasi pag sinabi nating harvest mite, they will attack the skin and legs. O, ito yung mga harvest mite. O, harvest mite. Ito, red mite. Okay, si harvest mite po, teacher, they will attack the skin. Ina-attack niya naman yung mga skin, yung mga legs. So, nagkakos po ito ng itching but not a feather loss. Nangangati siya. Nagkaka-experience yung manok ng pangangati pero yung niya, mga balahibo, hindi po nagtatanggalan. Yun po yung harvest mite. So, we have two, either B and C. What is the correct answer? The answer is letter B. Okay, scaly leg, is it wrong? Kasi po, pag sinabi natin teacher ni scary legs, it is burrows under the leg scale, so they will cause yung mga thick and raw legs. So, wala pong feather na nadadamage dito. So, si the plumbing po is the correct answer. Kumbaga, si letter B, itong parasite na to, they will lives inside the feather shafts. Okay, naninirahan po yan sa loob ng feather shafts niya. So, kaya kumbaga, they will cause intense irritation so that the chicken making pulls or break their own feathers. Kaya tinatanggal ng chicken kasi nananirahan po sila sa mismong loob ng feathers. Okay. So, pag inatake nila yung manok, automatic, tatanggalin. Mismong manok ang tatanggal sa sarili nilang feathers. Kaya tama sagot is letter B. Shout out kay Sir J.Ann. Ma'am J.Ann P. Talusig, shout out po sa inyo. Special mention sa Camarines Sur Polytechnic Colleges kung saan ako nag-aral. Sa mga taga Bicol region, shout out po sa inyong lahat. Okay, so now, we proceed to the next question. When the space is limited and they are not enough workforces, the most practical way of serving meal is A. Blue plate service, B. Buffet service, C. Ration service, or letter D. Compromise service. So what is the correct answer? Ang tinatanong when the space is limited daw. Okay? And there are not enough workforces. So, anong pinaka-practical way for serving meal? Ito ba ay blue plate service? Ito ba ay buffet, ration, or compromise? So, what is the correct answer here? Is it buffet? Space is limited daw. Blue plate, ration, or compromise? So, what is the correct answer? Unang tatanggalin natin, teachers, is si letter D, compromise service. Pag sinabing compromise service, it is the mix of style. So it is usually steel and needs, and it is more space stuff than blue plate. Okay, kaya mali po si letter D. Next, we have 3 choices na lang. Ang Russian service, pag sinabi nating Russian service, they will serve a large dishes and portion. So, meron po silang table that needs more space and train a service. Kumbaga, formal ito, kaya nga Russian service. Formal service si Russian. Kaya mali po si letter C. Now, we have 2 choices, either A and B. Is it blue plate service? Or ito, yung mga tinatawag nating buffet service. So, what is the correct answer here? So, teachers, kung titingnan nyo po, the answer here is letter A. And letter B is wrong. Mali po si buffet service. Kasi ang buffet service, nagre-require din po yan ng large table and counter area and more space for the guests to line up. Diba? So, ang tamang sagot dito for the space is limited is the blue plate service. Ang blue plate service po, food is already on portion. Okay, yung pagkain is nandun na mismo. And they will arrange on the plates in the kitchen that brought to the table that kumbaga it is needs less space and fewer service. Kaya tamang sagot is blue plate service. Again, ulitin ko, si blue plate service, ang pagkain is already portion and arranged on a plates. Okay. So kaya kumbaga wala pong katulad sa Russian compromise and buffet service na pipila pa yung mga tao. Okay, space limited nga. So, letter A is the correct answer. Alpha. Next, cocoa will lump up if placed directly in a hard liquid due to its high A. Sugar content, B. Fat content, C. Chocolate content, or letter D. Starch content. So, ito, maraming dito. Maraming nagkakamali kung fat content ba or starch content, no? So, ang tanong, cocoa will lump up if placed directly in a hot liquid due to its high. Anong mataas? Sugar content, fat content, chocolate content, or starch content? Unang tanggalin natin si sugar content. Ang sugar content po, nadi-dissolve po yan. So, it is easily in a hot liquid. So, okay, so it does not a cause of lumps. Okay, di ba ang sugar mabilis ma-dissolve yan saan? Sa mainit. O kaya mali si letter A. Chocolate naman, ligwak. Kasi ang chocolate, it is referring to the solid cocoa mass. So it is not the reason of lumping. So we have 2 choices, either fat content or is it letter D, si starch content. So now, what is the correct answer? Is it letter B or letter D? Ano pa ang tamang sagot dito? Is it letter B or letter D? Okay, the answer here is letter D. Kasi ang fat content, teacher, mali po yan. Okay, ang fat content, teacher, fat, they will mix in heats. So, yung cocoa butter po, it does not make a lumps. Okay, bakit starch content ang tamang sagot? Ang starch content po, teacher, Di ba ang cocoa has a natural starch? So, when heat by direct heat, it is swells and clumps together. They will stand of mixing evenly. So, kaya nagkakaroon po siya ng lump. So, starch po is the correct answer. Starch content. D is the correct answer. Okay, next. Blessing said, before family meals, kissing the hand of elder and praying the Angelus are activities which constitute. Blessing said, before family meals, kissing the hands of elder and praying the Angelus are activities which constitute A. Sacred rituals, B. Religious beliefs, C. Superstitious beliefs, or letter D. Customs and tradition. So, ano pang sagot dito? Custom and tradition ba? Tama ba si custom and tradition? Sacred ritual? So, anong unang tatanggalin natin dito, mga ka-warrior? Is it A, B, C, or D? Unang tanggalin natin si sacred ritual. So, sacred ritual po, teachers, it is a formal religious ceremony. So, ibig sabihin, it is done in a church or temple. So, it is not the daily family habits. Kaya mali po si letter A agad. Next, natatanggalin natin teachers is ito pong tinatawag nating superstitious beliefs. Sa superstitious beliefs po, teachers, it is the action based on luck or magic. So, it is not to respect or faith, di ba? Kaya mali po si superstitious beliefs. So, ito, is it letter D or letter B? Is it religious beliefs or ito yung tinatawag nating customs and traditions? Okay, intindihin po natin yung pinupunto ng tanong. Ang sinasabi baga dito, si bata pagkatapos kumain, nag-kiss siya sa kamay ng mga matatanda. Tapos nag-pray siya ng Angelus because it is the activities which constitute. Diba? Yun yung tanong. Ang sagot dito is the custom and tradition. Tradition na natin na magmano tayo sa magulang. 'Di ba? Sa mga nakatatanda. So si letter B, kaya po siya mali sa religious beliefs kasi po, pag sinabi nating religious beliefs, what you believe in, not the actions or practices you do. Okay, so bakit si custom and si tradition is the correct answer? O, ang tinatanong based on the point of the question is the habit, practice, di ba, and the behavior passed down from the generation to generation within a family or culture. Maliwanag po. So, under po yan ng custom and tradition. Maliwanag? So, the answer is letter D. Next. What is the process of preparing to accept one's responsibility of contributing to the family welfare? What is the process of preparing to accept one responsibility of contributing to the family welfare? A. Family culture. B. Family council. C. Family kinship. Or letter D. Family formation. So, anong klaseng family ito? Okay, ano nga po ang pinupunto ng tanong? Ito ba ay family council, family culture? So, anong sagot dito? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay? So, unang tatanggalin natin si family culture, no? Kasi pag sinabi nating family culture, they will share the values and habits of the family. So, it is not talks about the preparation or process. Ang tinatanong, preparing to accept one o process of preparing to accept one and responsibility of contributing to the family. Mali po si family culture. So, si letter C, mali din po yan, teachers, kasi family kinship is the bond or relationship. Ano nga po si letter C? Bond or relationship between the family members. So, we have two choices na lang. Either si family council or si letter D, which is the family formation. So the answer here is family formation. Family council is wrong. Bakit po mali si family council? Si letter B. Because it is a meeting. Pag sinabing council, it is a meeting to discuss family matters. So it is not the preparation by itself. Kaya mali po si letter B. So now, the answer here is letter D, family formation. Pag sinabi po kasi nating family formation, ito po ay isang proseso. It is the process of growing, learning, and also preparing to take on rules and duties that help the family. So that's the family formation. Maliwanag? D is the correct answer. Next, what should an electrician first to do before installing the electrical wiring system of a building? What should an electrician first to do before installing the electrical wiring system of a building? A. Buy the materials. B. Prepare contract. C. Get a meter base from the Meralco. D. Secure a wiring permit. So what is the correct answer here? Okay, is it A, B, C, or D? Ano po ang tamang sagot dito? Okay, so dito po teachers, kung titingnan ninyo po, alright, so dito po teachers, ang sagot po dito is letter D. Okay, letter A, mali po yan, by the materials. Okay, by the materials, it can only be done after the approval or planning, di ba? So pag sinabi naman nating B, prepare in the contract, no? It is between the parties, but it is not the first legal requirement na ginagawa. 'Di ba? Based on the statement of the question. So, ang pinupunto ng question is si letter D. Letter C is wrong. Based from Meralco daw, it is done after installation. Okay, it is done after the installation is approved and inspected. Kaya tamang sagot is letter D. Secure a wiring permit because it is required by a law before any working start to ensure yung mga safety compliance with electrical codes. Kaya letter D is the correct answer. Maliwanag po? So now we proceed this one. What pencil point is recommended in sketching? A. Wedge. B. Conical. C. Dull. Or letter D. Flat. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? Ano po ang tamang sagot? Okay, ano po ang tamang sagot dito? Okay, tingnan natin. Pag alam po ang sagot, paki-comment na lang po yung mga sagot ninyo. Okay, is it A, B, C, or D? Is it wedge, conical, dull, and flat? Okay, so elimination method. Tandaan nyo po, teacher, ang exam nagbabago pero ang technique and strategy, di yan nagbabago. Kaya sinasanay ko na kayo na mag-eliminate. Okay, unang tanggalin natin si flat. Ang flat po, teacher, it is a chisel shape, di ba? So, ginagamit natin yan sa mga bold lines. Okay, si flat, ginagamit natin yan sa mga bold lines or lettering. So, it is not for the sketching. Kaligwak si letter D. Next na tatanggalin natin si letter A. Si wedge po, another flat din po siya. It is another flat wide edge that is used for shading or thick line only. Para lang pa yun sa mga thick line. Okay, so we have two, either conical or sidol. So what is the correct answer? Conical or sidol? The answer is letter B. And letter C, is it wrong? Kasi sidol po, it is a blunt tip. So, ibig sabihin, it is make thick, unclear, o yung mga unclear lines niya. So, it is not good for sketching. Hindi po siya pwede for sketching. So, the answer is letter B, conical. So, si conical po, yung sharp niya po, it is rounded point. So, it is make clear, smooth lines, and it is easy to control for the sketching details. Kaya tamang sagot is letter B. Is it conical? Next one. Which of these finishing materials would give a transparent sheen to a wood surface? Which of this finishing material would give a transparent sheen to a wood surface? A. Oil. B. Abrasive. C. Varnish. D. Shellac. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? Ano po ang tamang sagot dito, mga ka-warriors? Alright, so the answer here is unang tanggalin natin si letter A, ang oil. Ang oil po, teacher, they will penetrate the woods and protect. Okay, nagpipenetrate po si oil in the wood and protect it. But it leaves a dull or satin finish. So, hindi po, it is no shiny sheen na tinatawag natin. So, abrasives naman, it is a sandpaper, no, or polish used to smooth a wood. O gumagamit tayo dito ng mga sandpaper para mapolish, para maging smooth yung wood. So it does not add shine or protection. Hindi yan nag-a-add ng maging shine siya at protection. So the answer here is varnish. Ang tamang sagot dyan is varnish. Shellac is wrong because shellac, it is also a clear, but it is torn yellow over a time and it is less durable than a varnish. So, varnish is the correct answer. Kasi ang pag sinabi nating varnish, they will dry hard, they will stay clear, and it creates a glossy and shiny protective layer. Kaya tamang sagot si varnish, hindi po si shellac. Liwanag po. So, now, what must an auto mechanic first do before undertaking any repair? What must an auto mechanic first do before undertaking any repair? A. Prepare his tools. B. Identify the problem. C. Listen to the customer complaint. Or letter D, disassemble the parts. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? Kung ikaw ay auto mechanic, ano ang unang gagawin mo? So letter A, automatic ligwak po yan mga ka-warriors ha. O, sabi ni letter A, prepare his tool. It is done after knowing what repair is needed. Bago tayo mag-prepare ng tool, alamin muna natin, ano ba yung problem? Ano ba yung kailangang ayusin, di ba? Hindi po pwedeng lahat ng tool bibit-bitin natin. So the answer here, ang unang gagawin ni mechanic is letter B. Identify the problem. Alamin muna kung anong problema. So si letter C, mali po yan. Kasi si letter C sabi na, listen to the customer compliant. Okay. It is helpful naman, but it is just the first step to find the actual problem. So it is not the problem by itself. Kaya mali po si letter C. Disassemble, it is wrong. Okay, it is done after you know what part is broken. So letter B is the correct answer, no? You must first know what is wrong to choose the right tools and method na gagawin mo. Kung ikaw ay isang auto mechanic. Maliwanag po. Next one. What does an internal combustion gasoline piston engine do? It converts A. Gasoline to torque, B. Horsepower to watts, C. Heat energy to mechanical energy, or letter D. Ito yung tinatawag nating air-fuel mixture. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? Ano pa ang tamang sagot? Unang tanggalin natin si letter B, horsepower to watts. Okay, wala pong units dito. These are just a units of measurement, no? So wala pong energy conversion dito. Kaya mali po si letter B. Okay, mali po 'yan. Next, sunod na tatanggalin natin si letter D, air fuel mixtures. Burning fuel, they will create heats. Heat, they will expand gases. So, kumbaga, ulitin natin na air fuel po, it is too vague, so it is to describe an reaction, not the type of energy change. Maliwanag po. So the answer here is letter C, gasoline torque is wrong. Okay po. So gasoline torque, mali kasi gasoline torque, it is a fuel, so it is not an energy form of torque. So it is just one type of motion. Okay, so si letter C is the correct answer. Okay, because like I said, it turns motion into mechanical energy. Kaya tama sagot si letter C. Next, which of the following tools is used to, okay, which of the following tools is used in checking the squareness of a corners and the flatness of a surface? Okay, so anong tawag doon? Which of the following tools is used in checking the squareness or of corners and the flatness of surface? A. Steel rule. B. T-square. C. Pull-push rule. Or letter D. Band protractor. So what is the correct answer here? Unang tatanggalin natin, teacher, sino? Tanggalin natin si band protractor. Okay, bakit mali po si band protractor? Si letter D. Bakit mali po yan? It is only used to measure the angles. Okay, mini-measure po ni band protractor yung mga angles. Hindi po to ginagamit for the flatness. Next na tatanggalin natin is sino? Si letter A. Okay, so si letter A, it is also used, okay, ginagamit natin ito sa steel rule for measuring the length. Okay, pag nagme-measure tayo ng mga length. Okay, so hindi po ito ginagamit for angles or flatness. Okay, si band protractor gumamit naman ng angle pero hindi pwede sa flatness, kaya mali pa rin. Okay, so we have two choices, T-square or C, pull-push rule. The answer is T-square and letter C is wrong. Kasi ang push-pull rule po, teacher, it is flexible tape that we measure for measuring long distance only. No? Letter B is correct answer, T-square. Okay, it has a straight edge and right angle head. So, kadalasan ginagamit natin ito to check if the corners are nasa 90 degrees and the surface are even. Kaya tamang sagot is letter B, T square. Next one. Which of the following activities is example of financial transaction? Which of the following activities is example of financial transaction? A. Buying a lot. B. Hiring a secretary. C. Working with the bank. D. Firing your accountant. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? Example of a transaction, teacher. So ito, si hiring a secretary, mali po yan. Kasi pag sinabing hiring a secretary, it is an agreement. So but it is ulitin natin, hiring a secretary, it is an agreement, right? But money is exchanged later when the salary is paid. So it is not at the time of hiring. Kaya mali po si letter B. Now, firing. O, sabi dito, firing your accountant, mali. Pag sinabing firing, it is a termination of service. So, no money or asset exchange, di ba? So, we have two. Is that working or buying a lot? The answer is letter A. O, ang working with the bank, mali po yan. It is just an activity. Oh, so it is no exchange of value yet. Magkakaroon ka ng pera pag sahuran na. Okay? Buying a lot is an example of financial transaction. Namili ka, namalingke ka, namili ka ng sapatos, school supply. So, it is an example of financial transaction. So, buying a lot is the correct answer because buying a lot is involved the exchange of money or value for the property. So, there will charge your financial position. Maliwanag po ba? So, the answer is letter A. Maliwanag po. Next one. It is the study and application of beauty treatment. A. Skincare. B. Hairstyling. C. Cosmetology. Or letter D. Electrology. So, what is the correct answer here? Okay, it is the study daw of study and application of beauty treatment. Unang tanggalin natin skincare. O si skincare, isang parte lang po yan ng beauty care. Pero hindi po yan in the whole field. Ganon din sa hairstyling. Nakapokus po yan saan? Sa buhok. So it is not full beauty treatment, di ba? Electrology, the answer is letter C. Cosmetology, electrology is wrong. Kasi pag sinabi natin teacher na electrology, it is the special treatment. Gumagamit tayo ng mga electric current for hair removal. Okay. So, yun po yung electrology. So, now, cosmetology is the correct answer. Kasi pag sinabi natin cosmetology teachers, it is the complete term for covering the skin, hair, nails, and overall beauty care aspect. So, nasa cosmetology po yan. Next, which time and energy management tool indicates a specific task to be done in the sequence of the task so that all works will be finished at the desired time. Which time and energy management tool indicate a specific task to be done and the sequence of the task so that all work will be finished at the desired time. A. Work plan. B. Schedule. C. Work simplification. Or letter D. Work arrangement. So what is the correct answer, teacher? Is it A, B, C, or D? O, task. O, energy management, task. Okay, unang tanggalin natin, teacher, is work simplification. Is it wrong? Pag sinabing work simplification, it is the method to make work easier and faster. So, hindi po ito list of a task. O, wala pong nakalista sa work simplification ng task ninyo. Nasa schedule po yan. Ang work plan, mali po si work plan. Bakit? Ang work plan, it is the general outline of goals and resources, teacher. So, it is not talks about the time and order. Kaya mali po si letter A. Ang work work arrangement is how you organize your tools or workplace. So, it is not limiting or sequence, right? So, the answer here is letter B. Kasi ang tinatanong, Which time and energy management tools indicate the specific task? O, nandun yung list of tasks to be done in the sequence of tasks so that all work will be finished at the desired time. Schedule po yan. Kasi nasa schedule po yung mga list ng mga gagawin natin. List what to do o kaya list of what we order and at what time to finish on a target. Kaya tamang sagot is letter B. Maliwanag po. Next one. Cleaning or removing excess cloth from the seam allowance is known as A. Layouting, B. Metering, C. Layering, or letter D. Notching. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? I will repeat the question. Cleaning or removing excess cloth from the seam allowance is known as A. Layouting, B. Metering, C. Layering, or letter D. Notching. So what is the correct answer? Okay, shout out kay Ma'am Rhea Magubat Marabe, and then kay Ma'am Irish and Ma'am Norma Angka Amino. So here, teachers, kung titingnan nyo po, no, sa dressmaking na tayo. Okay, so dito po, teacher, letter A is wrong. Layouting. Ang layouting po, nagmamarking tayo dito at nagkakat tayo ng fabric pattern on a cloth. Okay, yun yung layouting. Nagkakat tayo, nagpa-pattern tayo, or nagmamarking tayo for the cloth. Metering naman, pag sinabing metering, it is measuring the fabric length. So, it is not talks about for showing the term, di ba? So, nag-ano tayo dito, nagsusukat tayo ng length. Okay, so the answer here is letter D. Okay, kasi removing excess of cloth, no? So, layering is wrong answer because layering, it is stacking the fabric pieces together. So, pag notching po, teacher, it is cutting or trimming the excess fabric from a cord or tight seams to reduce what? Para ma-reduce yung mga bulk and make it smooth. So, letter D is the correct answer. Next, if a chocolate cake needs 2 cups sour milk, then how many teaspoons of acid is added? If a chocolate cake needs 2 cups sour milk, then how many teaspoons of acid is added? A, 2 teaspoon, B, 1 teaspoon, C, 3 teaspoon, or letter D, 2.5 teaspoon. So what is the correct answer here? Ano po ang tamang sagot? Okay. Alright. Ang sagot po dito, teacher, is letter A, 2 teaspoon. Okay, tandaan nyo po, itong 1 teaspoon, teachers, it is for 1 cup. Okay, ang 1 teaspoon, 1 TSP, is para po yan sa 1 cup. Okay, ang 3 TSP naman, tablespoon, it is for the 3 cups, and 2.5 TSP is for 2.5 cups. Tandaan nyo, ang isang cup equivalent of 1 teaspoon. Maliwanag po ba? So the answer is letter A. Mali po yan si C, D, and B. Kasi 2 cups ang hinahanap. So kailangan lang natin ng 2 teaspoon of acid. Okay. 2 pieces outfit of different colors should be worn if one is. 2 pieces outfit of different colors should be worn if one is A, tall and slender, B, stout out and tall, C, short and stout, D, short and slender. So what is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, or D? Ano pa ang tamang sagot dito? Okay, anong sagot mga ka-warriors? Very good. So the answer here is, okay, tama. Sinong sumagot ng letter A? Tall and slender. Very good. Stout and tall, it is different colors, so it make them look shorter but wider. So mali po siya. It is not good, di ba? So letter C naman, mali po siya kasi short and stout. So, ibig sabihin, different color siya na merong split in the body and make it look even shorter and bulkier. So, the answer is letter A. Okay, letter D, mali din po yan. Okay, so A is the correct answer because they will constructing the color. So, pag kinontrast niya to, they will break the vertical lines that making the body look wider and taller. So, it is more on proportional process. Okay, kaya tamang sagot is letter A. Next, which violation is committed when deceptive information is printed on a product package, container, and label? Which violation is committed when deceptive information is printed on a product package, container, and label? A. Disinformation. B. Mislabeling. C. Misdeclaration. Or letter D. Misrepresentation. So, ano pang tama sagot? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, so here, ayan. Ano pa ang tamang sagot dito? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay. So, this information ba? Okay po. So, the answer is mislabeling. Ang misdisinformation po, they will spreading the false information in general. So, it is not specifically on the labels, di ba? So, letter C, misdeclaration po, they will giving a false information in official documents or reports. Okay? Misrepresentation, it is a broad term for giving false impression, so it is not limited to labels. So mislabeling is the correct answer. Letter B, because printing around false or misleading details, it is directly on the product label or package. Kaya mali po si ay tamang sagot is letter B, mali si A, C, and B. So last question, teachers. Which of the following is an independent store? Which of the following is an independent store? Okay. Ano daw dito ang independent store? A. College cooperative. B. Department store. C. Sari-sari store. Or letter D. Barangay rolling store. So what is the correct answer here? Independent store ang pinag-uusapan natin, teachers. The answer here is letter C. Okay. Letter A, is it wrong? Kasi ang pag sinabing college cooperative, it is owned and managed by the members, school. So it is not talks about the independent private ownership. So pag department store, it is usually a large o malaking chain po ito or corporate owned by the business. Okay, pag sinabi naman nating barangay rolling store, so it is usually a mobile unit or cooperative project. So it is not fully independent, di ba? So answer is letter C, sari-sari store. It is the small, family-owned, and separate by one person or family. So it is fully independent. So that's why letter C is the correct answer. So teachers, thank you for watching, no? I hope marami kayong natutunan dito sa pre-live discussion natin. So at 8 p.m. po, we will start our discussion for general education in our YouTube channel. So it is exclusive only sa mga nag-avail po ng promo and then sa mga naging membership po sa ating YouTube channel. So ayan, teachers, pagkatapos po ng discussion, automatic nakaano na po yun sa ano natin, private private member. Kaya if you want to see our past discussion sa YouTube channel, pwede po kayo sa YouTube channel magpa-members. Pwede rin po kayo mag-PM sa akin directly sa aking Facebook page. Okay, dito sa pinagdidrilsan ko. So, thank you so much and have a good day. Thank you and God bless. Pa-share po, teacher, ng ating live discussion para mas marami po tayong matulungang let takers. Tandaan niyo po, hindi na po si Ma'am Grace nagtuturo lang ng majorship, but we already teach the professional and general education. At least yung mga nasa Gen Ed, no? Mga elementary, at least nakikita nila yung mga pre-discussion natin sa general education. Okay? Basta yung mga nasa live discussion sa YouTube, lahat po yan nasa membership fee. That's all. Okay? That's all. Thank you and God bless. Mag-dinner na po. Kasi ako magdi-dinner din para ready tayo for the second session sa ating Zoom. Okay? Thank you and God bless. Bye! Shoutout kay Ma'am Norma Angka Amino. Thank you, Ma'am Rhea Magubat. Jendi, thank you po. Ayan, kay Ma'am Irish, yung mga nandito na. Thank you so much sa ating pag-share sa ating live discussion. Bye!